Have you ever looked up at the night sky and wondered if we're truly alone? What if I told you that for decades, humanity might have been patrolling the stars in a secret fleet, far beyond the public gaze of NASA? Today, we're diving deep into one of the most compelling and controversial conspiracies out there. Project Solar Warden. Is it the stuff of science fiction, or is there a hidden truth about America's secret space fleet? The story begins in the shadows of the Cold War. In the 1980s, President Ronald Reagan announced the Strategic Defense Initiative, or SDI, nicknamed Star Wars, publicly. It was a plan to build a space-based shield against nuclear missiles, but whispers began to circulate in the intelligence and aerospace communities. Whispers of a program far more ambitious. This wasn't just about defending Earth from terrestrial threats. It was about establishing a presence deep within our solar system. The name that kept coming up, Solar Warden. The core idea is astonishing. A clandestine, multinational space program led by the United States Navy, operating a fleet of massive interstellar spacecraft. These aren't the rockets and capsules we see on TV. We're talking about kilometer-long carriers, smaller scout ships, and advanced fighters. All equipped with technology decades, maybe even centuries, ahead of what the public knows. Think antigravity propulsion, cloaking devices, and advanced weapon systems. The alleged purpose, to act as a solar system police force, protecting Earth from extraterrestrial threats, and managing interstellar politics. For years, Solar Warden remained purely in the realm of rumor. Then, in the early 2000s, things took a dramatic turn. A British hacker named Gary McKinnon was searching for evidence of UFOs and free energy suppression. In what's been called the biggest military computer hack of all time, McKinnon claims he breached top-secret NASA and U.S. military servers. What he says he found is jaw-dropping. According to McKinnon, he stumbled upon a file labeled Non-Terrestrial Officers. It was an Excel spreadsheet containing a list of names and ranks. He said these weren't titles he recognized from any standard military branch. Alongside this, he saw another file with a list of ship-to-ship material transfers, with ship names like the USSS LeMay and the USSS Helen Kotor. The USSS designation, he speculated, stood for United States Spaceship. Before he could download the files, his connection was cut. McKinnon was arrested and faced a decade-long legal battle to avoid extradition to the United States. While U.S. authorities painted him as a malicious hacker, McKinnon has always maintained he was simply a curious UFO enthusiast who stumbled upon something he wasn't supposed to see. McKinnon wasn't alone. Other alleged insiders and whistleblowers have come forward over the years, each adding another piece to the puzzle. One anonymous source, claiming to be a former member of the United Nations Security Council, described being shown footage of a Solar Warden craft. He described it as a massive, cigar-shaped mothership capable of traveling to the far reaches of our solar system in a matter of hours. Another alleged former naval officer, William Tompkins, claimed he was part of a secret think tank during World War II that analyzed intelligence from U.S. Navy spies embedded in Nazi Germany. Tompkins asserted that the Nazis had developed their own flying saucers with the help of a non-human species, and that this technology became the foundation for America's secret space program after the war. These stories paint a picture of a technological leap, so profound it's almost unbelievable. Where would this technology come from? Proponents of the Solar Warden theory point to two main sources. The first is reverse engineering. Legends like the Roswell crash of 1947 are seen not as isolated incidents, but as the beginning of a long process of recovering and studying downed extraterrestrial vehicles. The theory suggests that top aerospace companies like Lockheed Martin's Skunk Works, famous for developing the U-2 and SR-71 spy planes, have been secretly working on this alien tech for decades. Their motto, "We're always making history." In the dark, seems almost tailor-made for such a project. The second source is even more fantastic. Direct collaboration with friendly alien species. Some whistleblowers claim that humanity isn't just reacting to alien threats, but is actively engaged in interstellar diplomacy. In this version of events, certain extraterrestrial groups have shared their technology with us in exchange for resources or strategic alliances, helping us jumpstart our own spacefaring capabilities to join a wider galactic community. So, if this fleet exists, what exactly has it been doing? The alleged missions of Solar Warden are as incredible as the ships themselves. One of the most persistent claims is that the fleet maintains a permanent presence in the orbit of Saturn. Why Saturn? The planet's rings, according to some theories, are not just ice and rock, but are rich in exotic materials needed for advanced propulsion systems. Some even claim there are alien-built mining operations and outposts hidden among the moons of Saturn and Jupiter, which Solar Warden monitors and, at times, defends. Other alleged missions include intercepting hostile UFOs entering our solar system, providing security for secret human colonies on the Moon and Mars, and even engaging in direct conflicts in space. Some insiders have spoken of skirmishes with aggressive reptilian-like species and battles fought far from Earth, all kept completely hidden from the public. It sounds like a Hollywood blockbuster, but those who believe say it's the silent, ongoing war to ensure our survival. Imagine a reality where the movies, Starship Troopers, and Star Trek are closer to documentaries than fiction. Of course, for every believer, there's a skeptic, and for good reason. The evidence for Solar Warden is almost entirely anecdotal. There are no officially declassified documents, no confirmed photographs, and no on-the-record government officials validating these claims. Skeptics argue that Gary McKinnon was a conspiracy theorist who misinterpreted mundane data. They say that whistleblowers like William Tompkins might have been embellishing their pasts or suffering from delusions. The idea of a secret space program of this magnitude, they contend, would be impossible to keep under wraps. The sheer number of personnel, the astronomical cost, and the logistical complexity would surely have led to a definitive leak by now. Furthermore, critics point out that the claims are often internally inconsistent and evolve over time, borrowing heavily from popular science fiction. Is non-terrestrial officers a list of astronauts, or is it a simple database misinterpretation? Are the ship names just a coincidence? Skeptics would say yes. It's a case of people wanting to believe in something extraordinary and connecting unrelated dots to form a grand but ultimately false narrative. It's a black-budget sci-fi fantasy, fueled by the internet and a distrust of government secrecy. But here's a modern twist that bridges the gap between the conspiracy and our current reality. In recent years, the U.S. government has officially acknowledged the existence of unidentified aerial phenomena, or UAPs. The Pentagon has released verified videos of objects performing maneuvers that defy our known laws of physics. And in 2019, the United States Space Force was officially established as a new branch of the armed forces. Its mission to protect U.S. interests in space. Some theorists now suggest that Solar Warden was real, but that it has since evolved. They believe it has been decompartmentalized and integrated into a new, more overt program, perhaps called Solar Guardian. This new program would operate under the umbrella of Space Force, slowly acclimating the public to the idea of a militarized space. The recent UAP disclosures aren't a sudden revelation. They're part of a slow, controlled drip of information, a soft disclosure process. They're preparing us for a future where humanity's role in the cosmos is much larger than we ever imagined. This brings us to the final lingering question. If Solar Warden, or something like it, is real, it would completely reframe human history. It would mean that for over half a century, a select few have known that we are not alone, and that we have been an active player on the galactic stage. All the while, the rest of us have been left to look at the stars and wonder. It raises a profound and slightly unsettling thought. Are they protecting us from something we're not supposed to know about? Is the truth so reality-shattering that our governments believe we couldn't handle it? Or is this all just one of the most elaborate and fascinating modern myths ever created? Whether it's a secret fleet among the rings of Saturn, or a flight of fancy born from the digital age, the story of Solar Warden forces us to question what we think we know about our world and our place in the universe. What do you think? Is Project Solar Warden a real covert operation, or the ultimate conspiracy theory? Let me know your thoughts down in the comments. I read every single one. If you enjoyed this deep dive into the unknown, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe for more journeys into the world's greatest mysteries. Thanks for watching.